A United Nations report shows every year natural disasters cost India more than any other country on the planet. Some experts say that's because the country is not spending enough on things like early warning systems. CCTV's Shweta Bajaj has insight.
From floods to landslides, cyclones to droughts, India is one of the world's most vulnerable countries to natural disasters. The situation is only getting worse with unplanned development. Overflowing rivers and soil erosion created devastating floods, wreaking havoc in Indian cities and countryside over the last 5 years. India is disaster prone. Statistics show nearly a third of the country's landmass is at risk from severe earthquakes. 12% of the country is subject to flooding. 76% of the coastline is in cyclone and tsunami zone. India's National Disaster Management Authority is at the forefront of disaster management in India.
All these agencies, the state disaster response forces, the fire services, they all need to be strengthened.
India said it had allocated $9.5 billion for disaster management for the 6 years between 2015 to 2020. But the United Nations Disaster Risk Assessment Report for 2015 says natural disasters cost India around $9.8 billion every year alone. The National Disaster Management Act came into effect in India only in the year 2005. From then till now, much has been done. But experts say it's not enough, and India needs to heavily invest into early warning systems, and it needs to make sure that building codes are complied with.
The concentration in the urban areas and unplanned development, that is the main cause.
One of India's biggest problems is lack of research in disasters.
Rescue operation has to be backed by thorough research, how it is to be done, what are the requirements of the people, how these requirements can be met.
India is also in the middle of infrastructure development with a massive $1 trillion to be invested in the next few years.
We are now thinking about smart cities, and the huge infrastructure money is going to come from different sources to develop the infrastructure. But I definitely agree with you that we must be prepared with the plans. There must be laws in place, how these infrastructure can be developed.
As India sees with each new calamity, the cost of reconstruction can be quantified. The misery it can create is beyond measure. Shweta Bajaj, CCTV, New Delhi.